All right, so our last performer for today is going to be Sophie. And yeah, if you want to unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and then announce the name and the piece that you'll be playing for us.
Hello, my name is Sophie. I'm going to be playing Eccossaise in G.
All right, awesome. So that was Sophie performing, I am going to mispronounce this, Eccossaise in G by Beethoven. All right, so yeah, we got some virtual claps, and we also have a little celebratory emoji from Tyler, and a real clap from Tyler as well. All right, so I'm gonna start the poll, and then we'll go from there. All right, so you guys can see the poll, so everyone can start filling that out, everyone except for Sophie, of course. And if you have any verbal feedback, you can raise your hand pretty much. All right, so the poll results are coming in. Does anyone have any verbal feedback before I start calling out people? Okay, so Sahil, I noticed that you put a comment in the chat. Maybe if you want to say it verbally, so then as well.
So I played this piece before I came to Oclef, and but when I heard you play, I recognized that your articulation and your dynamics were a little bit off, but it was pretty good. I played this song, so I know how it sounds.
Okay. Yeah, it's a note. All right. Let's see. How about Kayla? Maybe if you want to go ahead. I know you've been at a few performance seminars as well.
Um, I don't really have any feedback.
Okay, that's all right. And Tyler has another celebratory emoji. Tyler, do you have any feedback? I guess I don't know if you have any.
Well, I would say that everything was pretty good.
Mhm.
I just think you need to work on it a little more to get it a little better.
Okay, that's good. All right, so we have one person that's filled out the poll. So I'll give you guys a few more seconds to complete for everyone to fill it out, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah. Looking in the chat, guys, the poll is completely anonymous, so it's up to you what scores. It's just what you think. It's not a collective thing. So yeah, so just make sure to fill out the poll, and then I'll give you like another 10 seconds to fill it out. And the poll is just whatever you think. It's whatever you think it is, and then I'll just kind of go over it from there. Right. So I'll give you another 10 seconds. All right, so wrapping up the poll now. Okay, so in terms of the poll, we have, sorry, one moment. Hello, sorry about that. All right, so in terms of the poll, we got 2 votes for 4 on rhythm. So yeah, rhythm was pretty good. Definitely cleaned it up a bit. There was a bit of a slowdown kind of in the measures 14, 15. I think you know what we're talking about because I've gone over it a lot in the past few days, but it's been getting better. So I'd say that was pretty good in terms of the rhythm. In terms of the rhythm, notes, you got 2 votes for 4, and notes were good. I didn't hear any mistakes for the most part. So yeah, that was good. For last one, we have Pulse. For Pulse, we got 2 votes for 4 as well. Pulse was pretty clean. There was a bit of a slowdown, but it wasn't so much of a slowdown, and it didn't really last so much that it really became that really became like obvious or anything. It kind of worked with it because when you slowed down on that section with the eighth note, quarter eighth note, you kind of after you finished that section, you went back to the original pulse. So it didn't seem like a mistake. It actually seemed like it worked with the music. So overall, the pulse was pretty good. In terms of dynamics, you got 1 vote for 3, 1 vote for 4. And as Sahil mentioned, yeah, I think dynamics definitely could be something to work on since there is a couple dynamics, mezzo 14 in the first section, and then 14 in the second section, and mezzo 14 in the last section that repeats. So kind of making sure that there's some differentiation. So like in the middle, make it very loud, and the last part and the first part, make it just a little bit softer, pretty much between there. So expanding the dynamic range. And then the last part, articulation, we got 2 votes for 4. So yeah, I think articulation is pretty good for the most part, but can be cleaned up a little bit. So like you can make that staccato really, really sharp. But beyond that, the articulation for the most part was pretty clean in terms of like how you expressed it. And there was a good differentiation between the legato and staccato parts. But I think you can definitely push the staccato to be a bit more, I guess, staccato, like